Welcome to Talkers. Let's get right into Delta's latest quarter because, wow, there's no other way to put it, it was an absolute monster. They just delivered a record-setting second quarter that didn't just beat expectations, it completely blew them out of the water and sent the stock soaring. So in this breakdown, we're going to dig into the numbers, unpack the strategy, and figure out what it all means for what's next. Okay, so here's the plan. First, we'll hit the unbelievable headline numbers. Then, we'll look under the hood at the AI growth engine that is fueling all of this. After that, we gotta talk risks, the headwinds, and how they're handling them. We'll check out their guidance for the future, and then we'll wrap it all up with our official rating in the next call. All right, so to kick things off, Delta absolutely crushed it. This was a blowout quarter, pure and simple, with new records set pretty much across the board. Let's start right at the top, with sales. Revenue hit a record 124 billion new Taiwan dollars. And get this, that's up a massive 20% from last year. Now, what's really wild is that they pulled this off even with a strong local currency working against them. That means the real underlying business growth was even stronger, just incredible. And, that kind of strength on the top line, it flows straight down to the bottom. We're talking record high earnings per share of $5.37. This was a huge beat, the kind of number that makes the entire market sit up and pay attention. It's a massive signal of just how profitable this company is becoming. But for me, this right here is the number that tells the real story. An all-time high operating margin of 15.1%. This isn't just about selling more stuff. This is about making way more money on everything they sell. It shows you the incredible leverage they have in their business right now. It's just fantastic. And this chart just paints the picture perfectly. I mean, look at that jump. In just one quarter, they went from 11.8% all the way up to over 15%. That is not a small step, that is a rocket launch. This massive expansion in profitability is the whole story, and it leads us right to the big question. What on earth is driving this? And that brings us to the heart of it all, the AI growth engine. This wasn't an accident. This was a bet Delta made years ago to reposition itself as a key supplier for AI data centers. And let me tell you, that bet is now paying off in a huge, huge way. Now check this out. This table tells you everything you need to know. It's like looking at two completely different companies. Look at infrastructure. That's their AI business. Sales up 53%. Profit? Up an absolutely staggering 417%. Meanwhile, their older businesses, automation and mobility, well, they're struggling a bit. This is the pivot to a high-growth future, right here in black and white. And management is basically telling everyone, get used to it. This isn't just a one-time thing. They made it really clear that the hyperscalers, the giant cloud companies, are spending money like crazy to build out their AI capabilities. This is a massive tailwind for Delta, and from the sounds of it, it's not slowing down anytime soon. So a huge piece of this AI puzzle is cooling. You can't run these powerful AI chips without it, and Delta is a leader in both of the main cooling technologies. You've got liquid-to-air, which is popular now because it's faster to install. Then there's liquid-to-liquid, which is more efficient but also more complex. The key takeaway, it doesn't matter which one customers choose. Delta is perfectly positioned to win either way. They've covered all their bases. Okay, so a quarter this good, this strong, it demands that we look at the other side of the coin. We have to ask, what are the risks here? It's super important to understand the potential problems and how management is planning to deal with them. So let's put on our skeptical hats for a second. As an investor, you have to wonder, what could possibly derail this incredible story? Let's break down the main risks that are on the radar right now. And to their credit, management had pretty solid answers for these. US tariffs? Yeah, they said most customers are just paying the extra cost. Broader economic weakness? It's hitting their old businesses? Sure, but the AI segment is so strong, it's more than making up for it. And to handle all the geopolitical stuff, they've been building factories outside of China since 2015. This shows they're not just reacting, they've been playing chess while others were playing checkers. So with the risks looking pretty well managed, let's turn our eyes to the future. What's the road ahead look like? Let's dive into management's official guidance and see where they're placing their bets for growth beyond even this current cycle. And the guidance was just dripping with confidence. They basically said, you think the first half of the year was good? Just wait till you see the second half. And they've got the numbers to back it up too. Sales in July were already up nearly 22% year over year. The momentum is definitely still there.
And these guys are not resting on their laurels. They're reinvesting all these profits back into the business. They're keeping R&D spending high. They're out shopping for companies to buy to grow their services business. And get this, they're even starting a research center for humanoid robots. I mean, that's a total moonshot, but it shows you they are thinking way, way down the road.
All right, it's time to bring it all home. Welcome to our final section, the next call. The stock has gone on an absolutely massive run. So the big question for everyone is, what happens now? It's time for our official rating.
And when I say a massive run, I mean it. Just look at this. The stock is up over 75% in just the last 3 months, completely crushing the main Taiwan stock index. The market has clearly figured out that something special is happening here. But that also leads to the critical question. Has the train already left the station? Is the good news already priced in?
Now, here's a more sophisticated way some people might think about playing this. It's a classic pair trade. You'd go long delta, betting on them to keep winning in AI, and at the same time, you'd short or bet against one of their old-school competitors that's stuck in the past with no real AI exposure. It's a pure play on the very divergence we saw in Delta's own business segments. So, where do we land? After weighing everything, our rating here at TalkTickers is outperform. Yes, the stock has had a historic run. We get that, but we believe this AI infrastructure build-out is a multi-year supercycle, not just a one-quarter wonder. Delta's leadership in the critical power and cooling systems, the picks and shovels for this AI gold rush, is undeniable. In our view, they've earned their premium valuation, and we think this story still has room to run. So, to wrap up, Delta's execution has been nearly flawless, and it really feels like we're just in the early innings of this whole AI supercycle. That makes them a very important name to keep on your radar. And of course, our standard reminder, this is not financial advice. Our analysis is just for informational purposes.